What's up, everybody? It's Ego Leech, and today we're going to be shooting a little bit of gameplay with everyone's favorite Chris Metzen self-insert, ETC. ETC is a warrior whose kit I've always liked a lot, but who really struggled before the last patch with sustain and, just kind of having the same impact that newer model warriors had. But after this last patch, he's been stepped up a little bit in a lot of his numbers, so we're going to give him a shot and see how he feels nowadays. See you in a little bit.
I bring the mega death.
I would prepare for your ceaseless battle.
Alrighty, so we're going to be playing on Sky Temple, a personal favorite map of mine. For level 1, since we're talent gated, we're going to be going with Rolling Like a Stone to increase the range on our power slide. Actually, with the talent gating, we are not going to see a whole lot of newer, more sustained focused gameplay. But I imagine we'll be able to get something done. I'm picking up the extended range just to be able to get that little bit of extra stun out, or maybe an escape if I get into a situation that's a little bit too hairy. Looks like nobody on my team's going bot lane. Hopefully Asmodean will. But let's just see how this plays out. We got friendly team Kael'thas, Vala, Asmodean, ETC, Lili. Enemy team Zagara, Asmodean, Vala, Uther, Kael'thas. So the enemy team is lacking a front line, but they do have a pretty strong ability to push. So I'm just going to stun them out and walk out. Lili's going to keep me up, no problem, but I'm just going to use my guitar solo to help me out a little bit more. So laning against Zagara here is going to be a little bit tough, but I think we'll be alright. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like Kael is soloing top. I don't know if that's really the best thing, but we'll deal with it. And we have friendly Vala and Asmodean bottom. You all probably know this, but in case you don't, on Sky Temple you generally want to stack 2-2-1 at the beginning of the game, because the first two temples to pop, of course, are the top two. And it's not until the next phase that the bottom temple activates. So typically you want to get as much push done on those top two just to make the most out of your tower shots. But in this case, I think we'll be alright. So with ETC you want to do a lot of what I did just there, which is power sliding into and past enemies, and then using your face melter to push them closer towards your own territory. So I've used my drink already, but we're just going to stand on this temple and see what kind of shots we can get off. Hopefully, I'm going to ping for assistance here and here, just so hopefully my teammates will rotate up from bot lane. It looks like they're not planning on it, though. They might be queued together. Okay, just going to dodge those Banelings real quick. It looks like I ate a little bit on the splash damage. And I'm just eating a lot of damage. Zagara, like most specialists, is going to be able to kind of outdamage me early game. Or outdamage my sustain, that is. So we're just going to have to play around her a little bit until we get a little bit of a higher level. And then we'll be able to just face tank her without too much trouble. So here we're going to take double neck guitar, just give us a little bit more on that power slide. As I said, we're talent gated, so our options as far as sustain are pretty limited compared to what they used to be. Just going to keep using that guitar solo, keep my health up, and especially help out our Lili, who is pretty low on mana right now. But we got the rest of the shots off mid-temple, so we're just going to pull back here. Grab that orb and go back to lane. We actually have a very solid team comp on our side, and I'm imagining as the game progresses and the team fights become more of an essential part of what's going on, the enemy team's going to be suffering a lot from their lack of a tank. However, we are going to have to sustain in this early game where having a Kael'thas as one of our main damage dealers means he's not going to really come online until level 13 when he gets chain bombed. So I'm just going to do that, push her closer towards the towers, and then just sink some damage on it. Obviously, Zagara being in lane is going to have more sustain than a lot of people. In fact, let's just check her build real quick. Okay, she is going with the standard build so far, and kind of mistimed that face melt, but ooh, will we get her? Nah, it's not looking like we will. But hey, gonna force her to back and gonna maintain control over this lane. Now our lane breakdown makes sense. Typically after the first temple phase you want to have one person rotate down the bottom, so you've got two bots so you can continue the push there in anticipation of the next temple phase. In this case, I'm going to be taking Guitar Hero, so basic attacks will heal me while I have Guitar Solo active, which just helps improve my sustain that little bit more and help out our leader. Oh. Now, we're not going to be able to get the kill there, and it looks like I've been slowed by the fort, so we're just going to pull back. That was probably an unnecessary attempt on my part. There wasn't a substantial chance of me being able to get something down there. And there's definitely no chance that we're going to be able to kill that Zagara while the Uther's in lane, but it doesn't matter because Temple just popped up. So I'm going to go down there and ping for my team to assist me. We have close to a full level on the enemy team. We have 1 kill to their 0, so right now I'd say we're in a pretty good spot. Let's see if I can just body block and separate out this Uther a little bit. That's fine, but it looks like our Kael'thas is just sitting top. So, our Vala dies. I'm going to see kind of what shots I can get off here. Just going to roll in here, stun everyone out, and pull back. Really what we need our Asmodean to do is to, yeah, there we go, just fire that laser. And let's see, it's looking like that Uther's getting a little too aggressive and he's going to be punished for it. I'm going to go here, stun the Asmodean out of his laser. And just try to get the kill on him, and I do, but I'm probably going to get punished by this Vala. Unless we got Lili with the clutch heals there. So fortunately my sippy cup has come back online, so I'm able to go back down there and continue fighting for control of this temple. It looks like the enemy team pulled back, and our team is smartly continuing the push while I sit on the temple. So we're actually going to get a lot of profit off of this. No clue what our Kael'thas is doing. It looks like he's dueling the enemy Kael'thas in top lane, just trying to maintain control of the lane. So it looks like this is just going to be a 4v4 situation, and you know what? I'm pretty okay with that right now. It's looking like Uther might get caught out again. Yes, he is. I'm not sure why Uther seems to think he's a tank, but we're going to deal with it. By default, we are going to be taking Mosh Pit as our heroic ability. Against this team comp, the only things that I have to worry about are Uther's stun and Kael'thas' stun and possibly Maw, but we're not going to have to worry about that for a little bit because they're still a ways away from 10. We have secured a solid 2-level lead over the enemy team, and I think right now we're in a good position. I could force in with these guys a little bit more, but honestly, I just want to keep these lanes pushed back. I don't really want to all in at this point because one wipe can lead to them getting boss and this game turning around in a real bad way. Well, the Kael'thas have managed to actually kill each other in top lane, so good on both of them and fi on both of them, I suppose. Just gonna roll in here and just start whacking at mid-fort because there's no one really around to stop me. And even if they try to come, I can just power slide right out of there and I don't have too much to worry about. Just gonna keep whacking at the fort, keep whacking at the fort. It's looking like, yep, I got it down to half health now. My team wants to go for boss. I'm not going to recommend that. I understand that we have ults and they don't, but they're a bet. Yeah, there they go. They get them right now. And that is not something I really want to screw around with at this level. It looks like we're forced into something of an engagement here, though. Oh, a terrible mosh pit on my part. Totally missed everything that I needed to hit. But oh well. Can't win them all, I suppose. Okay, so that stun's going to take out the enemy Asmodean, but I'm going to get punished. I didn't power slide out fast enough. It looks like we're really committing to this fight. It's now a 3v3 or a 3v... Oh, well, it looks like my team's cleaning up. And we will be able to secure this boss, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that kill on the enemy Kael'thas, but that's okay. So, we're going to pick up a boss. Very dangerous. Ooh, Lili, please don't get killed by the stun. Unfortunately, if the boss leashes, then that's going to be all for naught. They do pick up the kill on the Kael'thas by going very deep. So, I'm going to go in here. It looks like they should be able to get it without too much trouble. Ooh, Vala getting hit by the stun, but it doesn't matter. We managed to take that out. I'm going to go over here, clear this wave real quick, and then jump up here. Let me just see who's on it. I'm going to ping for my team to assist me over here. But I suppose it doesn't really matter because our team is going to be pushing at the boss. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave after picking up Face Smelt for a little bit of added CC. And I'm going to go bot to pick up the temple that's not occupied right now. At this point, there's really nothing I'm going to be able to do up there. It looks like the rest of my team's committed to pushing with the boss. But I can just easily take this other temple here. And it looks like our Vala has actually managed to pick up top temple, at least for a few shots. So, what are we doing? It looks like we're kind of scattered right now. Yep, our Vala gets punched for that, but oh well, she got some shots off it, and our boss was able to push mostly unimpeded into the enemy base. We didn't pick up the keep, but we've got Kael'thas and Lily just working on keeping the fight going down there. I'm keeping an eye on the minimap to make sure that the enemy team isn't headed my way, but it looks like they're not really focused on that. We've got our Asmodan running interference. Ooh. But you see, we're starting to get disassembled right now. A-team, some help would be nice. Well, you were kind of there alone, buddy. I mean, you didn't ping. You didn't really know what you were doing. But anyway, they haven't even managed to take a fort with it, so I'm pretty okay with what's going on. Me and Vala can probably pretty easily defend from this push that's going on here. The only problem now is that we've lost some of our experience lead, at least in terms of talents. So we're going to need to play just a little bit more carefully than we've been playing. We might be able to pick up easy. Didn't even need to mosh pit, but I did manage to catch the enemy Zagara in it. Doesn't look like I was able to get a whole lot out of it, though. I am waiting for my... Oop! I'm going to power slide out of there, use it as an escape, and I am going to leave. I want no part of what's going on there. Looks like our Lily's probably going to be taken out. Yep, by the enemy Vala. You know, people just overcommitting right there. I wasn't in a position where I could really assist, so... Yeah, what can you do? And I've got Hydralisk headed for me, of course. Yeah, we have enemy bruisers encroaching, but I can't really leave this lane. Well, I can, but I want to push the Zagara off, because a Zagara pushing unimpeded is no good for anybody. And let's see, did Zagara did pick up Maw, but I'm surprised she didn't do anything with it in that last team fight. I'm going to come up here, see if maybe we could get an easy pick on Mr. Kael'thas up here. I'm going to come around the side to flank him, and then I'm going to come in. And there we go. Just that little bit of added slow on the face melter means we might be able to get this done. All I need to do... Come on, cool down. Yep. I didn't even need to do that because my Asmodan managed to pick that up for me, but I got punished for it also. I'm going to pick up Speed Metal just to give the friendly team a little bit of a movement speed increase when I'm using basic abilities, but it looks like we're about to just get dismantled here. We do manage to take out the enemy Zagara, but we sacrificed 2 of our own for it. Top Temple is the next cycle. Oh, as well as Mid Temple. So I am going to... Looks like the enemy team is dedicated to keeping up chase here. I'm going to ask for assistance, and I'm going to head to Mid-Temple, where they're further away. Let's see. Okay, Lily's back up. I'm going to be back up in 5 seconds. The boss timer is at 1 minute, so that's something we're just going to need to keep an eye on. Now, that's probably fairly good advice. Lily, not exactly the best split pusher in Heroes of the Storm, but hey, I've seen crazier strategies work. Okay, it's looking like the enemy Uther is going to come in and just get way too aggressive yet again. We're going to get an easy kill on him. He seems to be the weak link in their team. Up, there's the enemy Kael'thas, and we might be able to get a pick on him as well if we play our cards right. Oop, we're in kind of a bad situation here, but I'm going to throw out my mosh pit. Hopefully, my team can respond to this, and yes, they can. They're going to just start dismantling these guys. Perfect. And we can easily pick up the kill on this Asmodan as well. We don't manage to get any shots off the top temple, but we might be able to... Nope. The Vala retreated very quickly, as she should have. But now, we have a great opportunity to just push in and take this keep and possibly more. Let's see. The enemy Vala is going kind of a hybrid build, doing a lot of damage to me, but I think we're going to be okay. We got Uther with his Divine Shield for him to tank the enemy, the friendly team. I don't know what he keeps doing like that, but okay. We'll take it. The enemy Uther just keeps throwing away his team sustain over and over again. Not sure what his plan is, but it's going to allow us to easily take this keep. Enemy Kael'thas coming back in. Maw is used, but timing wasn't great because the enemy team didn't really have a whole lot of follow-up available. I'm taking a lot of hits, but Lily's going to pop the jug. And, ooh, I don't know if it's going to be enough to sustain me. See if I can get the stun off on the Vala. I managed to, but unfortunately it's not enough. I get taken out, but we do manage to secure the kill on the Kael'thas. Let's see if we can get the Vala before it takes out our Lili. Yes, we do. That's going to be a triple kill for the friendly team at the cost of our Vala and our, well, myself. Can we get the kill on the enemy Zagara? It's looking like we probably can't. Ooh, can we? But I don't think we have a gravity lapse available for it. Oh, that's okay. Level 20, we're going to be taking up the upgraded Mosh Pit with Tour Bus, which is allowing us to power slide while using it, allowing us to relocate our Mosh Pit in case the original location for it isn't ideal, as well as extending the length of the Mosh Pit after we power slide by another 2 seconds. This isn't what I typically take at this level. Typically at level 20, I would be taking Storm Shield or possibly Death Metal if I do happen to be sustaining a lot of deaths. But overall, not too bad talent to pick up at level 20. Top Temple is going to be coming up now. Friendly team still pushed pretty deep into enemy territory. I'm going to ping for them to leave. Asmodee and Hearthing in exactly the wrong place, but somehow managing to get away from it. I am too far away to really be able to assist my team, so I'm just going to head up directly to the temple. It's looking like our Kael'thas is going to take a death, but that's okay. We have Asmodee and Vala coming back up for some reason deciding to push off Wade instead of going in, but this isn't a fight that I want. There's just too many enemy team members here, and I don't know if I can really save our Lili even. I'm blocking myself on the remains of the fort. Yep, there goes the friendly Lili. You know, I really wanted to try to help her, but there really wasn't much that I could do without possibly risking a death. Oh, very daring play over here. My team has decided to go for boss, acknowledging that we're down. Not a bad idea, but a pretty risky one, so I'm going to come in here and assist. Oh, Asmodee, please don't get killed by the stun. That goes for you too, Vala. Everyone, let me tank it. Let me tank it. And we do manage to pick up the boss, even though we don't manage to pick up the temple, which overall I think is probably the best we could have made of the situation, even if it's a very risky play with a full enemy team up. Looks like Zagara picked up our bruiser camp. I'm going to go up here and just deal with that push so we don't possibly risk losing the keep. Yes, yes, yes. Ping, ping, ping. We're all aware of what's going on. Going to go in here, throw out the stuns. But I don't have a tremendous amount of follow-up. I really need the friendly team to back, or we're definitely going to lose this keep right here. And I'm going to throw the Mosh Pit just so we can hopefully get that Uther killed. You'll notice that I did not use my Tour Bus ability there. Just wasn't a whole lot of use to it. There we go. We managed to pick up the kill on the Uther. My next target is going to be the Asmodee, but it's looking like everyone's chasing the Vala instead. I'm not sure why, when this is a much less mobile target for us to attack. See that Uther's Ghost was keeping the Asmodee alive, but we're going to manage to secure that kill anyway. And it looks like the rest of the team is pushed in pretty deep, attempting to do something to the core. We've gotten it down to 83%, but it's not looking like anything else is going to happen. Friendly team is pushing towards the top, and actually with 3 members of the enemy team down, we can definitely push to win right here, and that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to come in here, power slide into the enemy Zagara, and push her back. Just see if I can put some damage on her, but it looks like my team wasn't in position to follow up. So now, I'm just going to start whacking at the core. Hopefully, Lili can give me a little bit more sustain than what I'm seeing. Oh, Lili, please throw out your Q periodically. I'm getting hit a lot by that enemy Hydralisk, but it's looking, yep, we managed to pick up the Zagara, and this is going to be a GG for the friendly team. Come on. And I'm just going to throw everything out, throw out the face melter, whack him a couple more times, and that's GG with a win for the friendly team. Woo. Things got a little bit hairy there in the end with some of those team fights, but I do think that my friendly team made a very good decision going for the boss at the end there rather than trying to contest the temple. I was reflexively posturing around there, but in reality, what they did made a lot more sense than what I was doing. Over here, we're going to take a look at the stats. Looks like I soaked about 60,000 damage, and as you can see, there was just no contest in terms of healing. Uther repeatedly tanking into us, cost him 7 deaths and put him at nearly a third of the healing that the friendly Lily did, who did pretty well in terms of keeping us all up and keeping us ready. Kael'thas on the friendly team sustained the most deaths with 6, but overall not too crazy out of whack, 28 to 19. So that's going to be it for ETC and for Road to the Storm tonight. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and feel free to give me recommendations on what sort of characters or builds you want to see next. Catch you guys next time. Later.